Good morning, parents and children of St. Jude, Bramley North. Today is Sunday, June 23rd, 2024, and it's the fifth Sunday after Pentecost. And as per usual, our lesson comes from the Complete Children's Liturgy book by Katie Thompson, published by 23rd Publications. So, the topic for today is the Lord of Wind and Sea. The Sea of Galilee is really a large freshwater lake which is approximately 12 miles long and 8 miles wide. Sometimes its calm blue waters are whipped into violent storms by sudden, strong winds. One night, as Jesus and his disciples were sailing across the sea, such a storm suddenly began to rage. So today's gospel is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verses 35 to 41. Jesus and his disciples set off to sail to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Jesus had been preaching all day, and soon he was lulled to sleep by the rocking of the boat. Suddenly, a storm blew up, and great waves began to pound the boat. The disciples were terrified and ran to waken Jesus before they all drowned. Jesus got up, and scolding the sea and wind, he said, "Be at peace." At once the wind dropped, and the sea grew calm again. Then Jesus asked his disciples, "Why were you so afraid? Did you not believe in me?" They were filled with wonder because they had seen that even the sea and wind would obey his commands. So here's the discussion for the kids. Imagine setting off in a small fishing boat and suddenly finding yourself caught in a terrible storm. How would you feel? You probably feel scared, unless you're an experienced boater, sailor, and fisherman, then you might not be so scared. Violent storms can often blow up suddenly on the Sea of Galilee, and although some of the disciples had spent much of their time sailing and catching fish, this storm was so bad that even they were afraid that they will all drown. So today, people wear life jackets to keep them afloat if they fall in the water. They have radios and flares to call for help, and they carry inflatable lifeboats which are ready to use quickly in an emergency. The disciples had none of those things. So in this time of fear and trouble, who did they turn to for help? They turned to Jesus, and he saw that they were afraid. What did Jesus do? He commanded the wind and the waves to be at peace and to become calm once more. In times of trouble or fear in our lives, we can always turn to Jesus and ask for his help. We believe that the power of Jesus can overcome all things because he is the Son of God. Just as Jesus calmed the storm, he will bring peace and tranquility into our troubled lives. So, whenever you feel like you're in trouble, pray to Jesus and he will help you calm the storm. And that's all for today's lesson. Hope to see you all in church. Goodbye.